So,
Hey!
crown.
My background, I'm half Japanese, my dad's English and my mum is Japanese.
How do you think that British people and Japanese people compare?
I think Japanese people are a lot more polite. I don't know, behind closed doors though, I think Japanese people are a lot more harsh, especially on their children.
Do you have any experience dealing with Japanese children or people who have had Japanese children?
Me personally, I feel as though my mum's harsher than other mums when it comes to like rules and like that. I don't know, like she's like more harsh on things like respect and like, you know, taking things to people's houses when I go over for a sleepover and things like that. But I think it's quite cute, you know, it's not a bad thing.
Did you feel you were different when you were growing up in England?
Yeah, I did. I remember like I'd like bring like school lunches to school and stuff and it would be like obento and like I'd open it up and it'd be like, oh, what's that? And like it would make me feel kind of sad, but you know, I think everyone matured in like year 6. It's fine now.
Do you feel like you identify more with British people or Japanese people?
British people, definitely. I feel like things I wear as well, like I feel like Japanese people always like have a look to give or something to say, whilst in England I feel like I can just be whoever, do whatever, and no one really cares.
So you're half Japanese?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Was there any culture shock when you came to Japan though?
Not particularly. I've been coming here every year since I was little, so there's nothing that's particularly shocked me. I feel like I've grown up with both cultures quite prevalent in my life.
Do you feel like this has enriched your life in any way?
Definitely, it's given me different perspectives on like respect and social aspects of my life as well.
Do you feel like it's more fun to be drunk in Japan or England?
Japan, definitely.
Why?
Because people don't stop speaking to you. I like it. I like the interaction, you know.
Do you prefer Japanese men or British men?
British men. Japanese men can be a little bit creepy.
Why?
Maybe it's the culture.
Can you describe precisely?
I don't know, like they're quite persistent. You could be like, oh, like no, and they're quite, you know, kokanshinai, you know, like they're quite, persistent.
Have you been approached by Japanese men on the street?
Yes, quite a bit. I don't know if that's the clothes I wear because they approach everybody, but it's not like Britain.
Wait, let's ask your friend. Hi, have you been approached by Japanese men on the street?
At times, they come up, but it's usually more of the older ones compared to younger ones.
I'm just buzzing around. I just have to say, Tokyo is a very nice city. All of the tourists in Europe, Tokyo is a really nice city. All of the people are really good. What?
Do you prefer Japanese women or Brazilian women?
Brazilian are more like dance. Japanese women are more like we have to talk about. I prefer Brazilian people, bro. I have to say, maybe I'm gonna change it. No, you're Brazilian? Okay, why not? Brazilian people, bro.
Where are you
Forever.
from?
Paris, France. Okay, I have to say to my
French.
I have to say to my French listener, French for sure.
Okay, we have to continue on with the interview.
Well, that's quite ironic, you know. Maybe I've kind of changed my mind. I think Brazilian men are quite...
He was Brazilian, he's from France.
Oh.
Have you had any bad experiences in Japan?
One time I was on the train, the Inakoshira line, and I was coming back from meeting some friends, and a huge black guy, like about 6'5", started following me off the train, and he told me, let's get off together at Shimokitazawa, because I asked him if I had missed my stop or not. So it was very scary. Or being told by Japanese men to like take off my shirt like that, I guess. Just like kind of tame stuff. He was like, no, but he was like, I want to marry you. And then he was like, take off your shirt. Just mixed messages. But again, in the Inakoshira line stations, we kind of need to avoid that spot.
It all happens in the Inokashira line.
No, it all happens on the Odakyu line. You need to watch out. There's scary people on that line.
Traumatizing denshas over here, okay.
I've seen some really scary like meth heads on that line.
How do you know they're meth head?
They're like visibly transgender and they walk across from one side of the train to the other side over and over. It's very scary.
It's a quite rare occurrence in Japan, I think, but Odakyu line. And sorry, can you introduce yourself and your background?
My name is Nina and I'm half Welsh, half Japanese.
Do you speak Welsh?
No, I don't speak Welsh.
No one does, it's okay. How long have you been in Japan for?
4 years.
Have you studied Japanese before you came to Japan?
I'm half Japanese, so in like childhood settings, but not serious.
How does it feel talking to native speaking Japanese people?
Mostly like you can't like properly express yourself, just as you would to any person who doesn't properly understand your language, but because of the difference, you can't fully express like the parts of your personality or the parts of your like what you're trying to say that's more niche.
Do you feel like the sense of humor is different in Japan and England?
Well, in Wales, I think that people are just like more chilled out. In Japan, everyone's a bit more intense, and you don't really get the sense of humor if you're not Japanese. But in Wales, it's just so diverse that that's not really an issue.
日本語で自己紹介お願いします。
こんにちは。私はニナです。イギリスと日本のハーフです。日本は4年前から住んでいます。
日本の一番好きなところは何ですか？
奈良が好きです。
なぜ奈良が好きですか？
日本語ではわからないけど the deers are very pretty and the temple.
How do you feel about transgenders competing in the Olympics?
I think having transgender people compete, like for example, swimming, I feel like it's unfair. I mean, even if you take hormones, it's like biologically built very different as a man.
Do you like Donald Trump?
Do I like Donald Trump? I actually don't know enough about that to comment on that, to be honest. I don't like him very much, but I don't have many reasons. I mean, I've heard he's very misogynistic, pretty racist.
How do you feel about Andrew Tate?
About what?
Andrew Tate.
Entertain?
Andrew Tate.
Hands or cheeks?
Andrew Tate.
Oh, Andrew Tate. I haven't heard that name in a while. I'm surprised the internet took him as seriously as they did, and I'm surprised that I saw him on like national news and international news even. I was really shocked. I kind of saw him as this like kind of niche like incel on the internet, but you know, the world really took notice of him, so I guess it's good for him, but yeah, I was really shocked that people actually took him seriously. A bit weird actually.
Say it again, but in Japanese.
アンドル
ー・テイトはどうですか？
Not funny. アンドルー・テイトがそこまで知られていることがびっくりしました。テレビとかでも出ていて、インターネットソーシャルメディア内のなんか what's niche なんか
カット。